It's important to understand where things come from. In my case, I've enjoyed the best of all worlds. It's only right that we try to leave things better than we found it. I believe the good that men do will live long after they're gone.
Never forget where you came from.
Welcome to Mossy Oak's Fistful of Dirt. This week, we're exploring the passion at the heart of the obsession by spending some time with Mr. Fox Hayes, the father, mentor, advisor, and guide whose devotion to the outdoors started it all for Mossy Oak. We'll hear what brought him to the woods and what keeps him there today. We'll see some of the things he's done to help Mother Nature with her chores. And we'll learn about the old log cabin that still calls him home.
I'm so blessed to be here. My dad didn't hunt growing up. My granddad didn't hunt. Nobody in my family was outdoorsmen. My mother fished, and that kind of got me sparked interest. Planting a tree is something that can be enjoyed for generations to come. Dudley has a picture of his granddaddy and him planting a tree when he was a little kid. Well, Dudley and his daughter now has that exact same picture with him and his granddaddy's tree growing behind it. And that's kind of cool, and that's something I want to start and kind of have that Mossy Oak relationship at the same time. Then I feel like I'm doing my part. Here at Mossy Oak Native Nurseries, we actually hand pick, identify the trees, hand pick them, select them, take the seed, care for it, stick it in a cooler, talk to it, push it in the soil, baby it, turn the pot toward the light so it'll lean that way. And each individual tree has its own special attention. Our product is just, we care about it so much, and we don't just care about it from a consumer buying it or whatever it may be, why it's on this yard and why it's here. We take as much pride and give as much attention toward that as we can because, we all look at it in one aspect. We want this to be something we want to plant on our own place, to have our own Mossy Oak property. It's just not something we do on an everyday basis. I believe it's our destiny.
Nothing signals the season's change quite like waterfowl cruising south under a high blue sky. By improving areas for ducks and geese to eat and rest along their way, land managers can improve their hunting while boosting the game population at the same time.
Most people think you got to have a lot of expensive equipment to plant waterfowl impoundments. Basically, all you need is a potato rake, which is just a four-prong curved down fork. We'll go in and actually scratch beaver dams out with it and drop the water level. We're using an airplane today to plant millet, but a lot of the duck holes that we plant are just 2 and 3 acre spots, and we actually hand plant them with either a hand spreader, or if we can get in there with a four-wheeler, we'll use a four-wheeler spreader. One of the reasons that we use an airplane for flying on Guide's Choice is because of equipment limitations. A lot of these areas are inaccessible for tractors, or you can't get in there and plant. If a guy's got a smaller area and you got not a real mucky slough, you can go in with a four-wheeler spreader and actually spread Guide's Choice too.
All of my grandchildren, they've been here and have enjoyed the land and the things that Texas created, and I've been fortunate enough to be part of. So they've grown up and they love it. I just think that it's something that grows on you. I feel very comfortable. They have the same feeling for family, love the lifestyle that we've shown them, and live with them. And I think you lead by example, and they see what it means to me and my wife and Toxie and his family. And so I think we're in pretty good shape. And as we spend time together as a family, really just by process of osmosis, they'll have to absorb the same feelings that I have and that Toxie has, and my wife, Evelyn. If you're close to land, particularly if you work the land, you share the same love for what you do with a fella in Kansas and Nebraska or wherever. I don't know that the person that's raised on the city streets with concrete and steel shares that same with somebody in Chicago or St. Louis. I tell folks, the first half of my life, I tried to go shoot everything I could shoot and catch everything I could catch. And then somewhere, about halfway down the pike, I got to thinking about there's more to it than just taking it. I set out, I don't know, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. My lifestyle changed and my thoughts. I still love to hunt, but I thought more about planting trees and conserving wildlife and whatnot. As time went on, things got better and I was able to do more of it. You know, the Mossy Oak brand means more than just a cloth. I think it means a lifestyle, whether it's hunting or conservation or whatever. It means everything to me. I mean, that's what keeps me going. When I get up in the morning, I'm thinking about what can I do to enhance the folks around me, whether it's at home or whether it's here or down at the office or wherever. My hair didn't get this great because I was a spring chicken, and so that's really about all that gets me up in the morning is to get up and go do what I can do to make things better. As far as that I can control, I can promise you that I'm leaving it a lot better than it was when I found it. As far as trees, game, you name it, I've left it in pretty good shape. I just been lucky.